A fly flew over the meadow with much buzzing for so small a thing and sat down on the tip of one of the horns of a bull. After he had rested a short time, he made ready to fly away. But before he left, he apologized to the bull for sitting on his horn. You must be very glad to have me go now, he said. It's all the same to me, replied the bull. I did not even know you were there. The moral of the story is to always be humble.
A heron was walking along a stream, his eyes on the clear water, and his long neck and pointed bill ready to quickly eat a fish for his breakfast. The clear water had many fish, but Master Heron was very picky that morning. No small fish for me, he said. Such small fishes are not fit for a heron. Now a fine young fish swam near. No way, said the heron. I wouldn't even trouble to open my beak for anything like that. As the sun rose, the fish left the shallow water and swam below into the cool depths toward the middle. The heron saw no more fish, and very glad was he, at last, to eat a tiny snail. The moral of the story is, don't be too picky, or you may only get the worst or nothing at all.
The dog and his reflection. A dog to whom the butcher had thrown a bone was hurrying home with his prize as fast as he could go. As he crossed a narrow footbridge, he happened to look down and saw himself reflected in the quiet water as if it was in a mirror. But the greedy dog thought he saw a real dog carrying a bone much bigger than his own. If he had stopped to think about it, he would have known better. But instead of thinking, he dropped his bone and sprang at the dog in the river, only to find himself swimming for dear life to reach the shore. At last, he managed to scramble out, and as he stood sadly thinking about the good bone he had lost, he realized what a stupid dog he had been. It is very foolish to be greedy. Be careful.
A wild boar was sharpening his tusks busily against the stump of a tree when a fox came by. Now the fox was always looking for a chance to make fun of his neighbors. So he made a great show of looking anxiously about, as if in fear of some hidden enemy. But the boar kept doing his work. "Why are you doing that?" asked the fox at last, with a grin. "There isn't any danger that I can see." "True enough," replied the boar. "But when danger does come, there will not be time to prepare. My weapons will have to be ready, or I shall suffer for it." The moral of the story is, being prepared brings success.
The Shepherd Boy. Once upon a time, a young shepherd boy was watching his sheep on a mountain near a dark forest. He was very lonely all day, so he thought up a plan to get a little company and some excitement. He ran down to the town, calling out, "Wolf! Wolf!" And the villagers came out to meet him to make sure he was safe. This made the boy very happy. So, for 2 days, he did the same thing, and again the villagers came to help. But later, a wolf actually did come out from the dark forest and began to hunt the sheep. The boy, of course, cried out, "Wolf! Wolf!" very loudly. But this time, the villagers, who had been fooled twice before, thought the boy was again lying to them, and nobody came to help him. So the wolf ate many sheep, and when the boy cried, the wise man of the town said, "A liar will not be believed, even when he's speaking the truth." The end. That's all for today. See you next time. And remember, be happy. See you.
最後までご視聴いただきありがとうございます。面白かったらチャンネル登録とグッドボタンをよろしくお願いします。次回もお楽しみに。Be happy!